What's going on, family? Monday Talks. Back at it again. This Monday, 13th of January. Yes, indeed. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Indeed. So, hope you guys have had a great weekend. That you've been, you've been behaving, right? And yeah, man. Just before I start, let me do the usual, by saying that I wish you all, first and foremost, a beautiful, beautiful start of the week, wherever you be located in the world. May y'all be productive in what you do, and yeah, blessed with with great opportunities, for all of you guys and girls. All right, let's get to it. Happy birthday, Mila. Happy birthday indeed. I want to talk today about a few things that I've encountered recently, these past few days, and some criticism. Thank you very much for the wishes back. So some people said, not to me directly. Usually they don't speak directly. They'll use ways and means to talk to people that I know, and then eventually, and then you never know really who talks. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But supposedly I appear to be a guru. I appear to be somebody who's trying to influence people in a certain way. Yes, indeed, Frangin. Freestyle dans le building. Mo, comment ça va? Yes, I. So supposedly I'm a guru. Supposedly I'm a guy that's influencing people a certain way. Wow, I was surprised when I heard that, but I was like, let me talk about that. Let me talk about what people's impression are. Mama, was it? CC. And I want to address that situation because it's very funny to me that some people will interpret what I'm saying as a way of controlling others and trying to influence others in any other ways than positivity. Let's be very clear. I use my medium, which is the social networks such as Instagram, my YouTube channel, etc., to convey messages that are dear to me, part of my reality, or part of realities that I experience through others sharing conversation with me. And I aim at sharing and talking about positive stuff from a perspective of what can be experienced as negative in the first place and trying to turn that into something positive. So for those who are not liking this, nobody's actually forced to look into these lives. Nobody's actually forced to do anything. And I'm actually not telling people how they need to live their lives. I'm sharing my personal experience according to my perspective on things. So in no way, shape, or form am I trying to dictate you to live your life a certain particular way. So I'm back at it. When I'm sharing messages of positivity, it resonates with a lot of people. Those it doesn't resonate with, it's okay, because I'm not supposed to be talking to everybody, and my message doesn't have to go through to everybody neither, right? So I am not a guru. I'm not pretending to know it all. I don't have the answers. I'm searching them just like all of you guys, but I'm sharing my journey through the research of those answers by, sharing with you personal experiences and personal perceptions that I have on this path that we call life. So for those who want to come with stupid criticism and very uneducated perception of my intentions, really, y'all are not needed, And I am very clear on the fact that a lot of people will pretend to love you, will pretend to support you, will pretend to do and to be so many things when it comes to you. But in all actuality, they're very much full of shit, and they don't have the honesty to come and confront you about it, because we can have a very educated exchange about it, But yet again, I guess many people don't like criticism. And don't get me wrong, I believe criticism is actually very positive, especially because it requires of you to have the humility necessary to listen to what somebody has to say. That could be true, but that could also be purely motivated by misunderstanding what you truly are about, right? And ultimately, I believe that when you open the door for people to speak with you honestly, and they don't take that opportunity, therefore they don't have they don't have the authority nor the right to open their mouth. You understand? So don't allow people to criticize who you are, what you are, based on misunderstanding eventually what you truly are about, right? Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, so this is democracy by all means. And I want to take the opportunity of me jumping on that conversation of people criticizing you based on nothing. Unfortunately, you can say sometimes something very, very, very I just lost the sort of train because I was reading the message, Mr. Page, Fils du Ciel. Yes, what you may say that might be super positive could be interpreted in a very negative way. Misunderstanding is usual in most of human exchanges. So I get it. But 1 + 1 = 2. It's not equal 5. It's not equal 4. So at a certain point, if you start making stories out of something that I didn't say, then that's you in your complicated mind. You understand? So bottom line is that you must understand that living in your truth is the number one most vulnerable place you can find yourself in, because you are as you are. And if you're not going to compromise on who you are, as in like showing your true self, a lot of people who don't live their true selves will not be appreciative of that. And as a matter of fact, they will more often than not try to take you down or affect you in many, many different ways. You understand? But it comes with a price to be paid. And believe it or not, I do pay that price. Within my own industry, within, certain circles, but I don't give 2 cents of a fuck. Because I am who I am, and y'all gotta understand that there's beauty in that. Accepting who you are, who we are as human beings, is a fucking priority. Right? Validations is cool, but then there's a certain point he's gotta stop. There's only so much you can allow others to have on you as far as their opinion affecting your life. Now, answering 2 questions I was asked. When am I coming back to London? I do not know yet. It's in the works. Quando vou voltar para Angola, não sei. Mas agora estamos a falar com algumas pessoas, mas nada confirmado por agora. Ali, yes, you did send me the music. I did saw your message. I did not forget about it. I listened to it. I liked what I heard. I will be hitting you up with something. I apologize for not responding to you, but I did check your message. I just left it unread because it's a reminder for me to always come back to your message. Anyway, don't worry. I got your stuff and I liked what I heard. So, I appreciate your patience. So yeah, with that being said, fam, being yourself is a fucked up thing to be. Eventually, if you especially want to try to fit in, but it's okay. Find your own tribe, find the people that, vibe with you, and just flow like that. At the end of the day, again, you don't have to fit in. You really don't have to fit in, and you see, it's very funny, man. I'm going through a phase now in my career, in my life, and as a music producer, as a DJ, as an entrepreneur, as a man, right? Where I'm feeling like, more than ever, certain things are to be established in a certain way. It has to be firmly grounded, Like, I don't have much patience for bullshit, for nonsense. I don't have much patience for anything that doesn't make any sense, at least for me, right? I'm very tolerant by essence, I think. Very patient for a lot of things, not for too many things, but for a lot of things. Life matters, super patient, I've learned to be. But if there's one thing that I have no patience for, is senselessness, stupidity. And that doesn't mean that I may not have some senselessness about me neither. I'm not saying that I'm perfect, don't get me wrong. I do acknowledge it. But yeah, I try not to waste people's time. And the moment I realize that I'm not going to be able to respond to your expectations one way or the other, I'll address the topic, and I'll be making sure that you're aware that I might not be able to respond to your expectations or your needs. And that is important as well. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, look, I am not in the capacity to respond to what you expect of me, Even though, yes, I thought I could, but I can't. But you learn that with time, you learn that with experience, we learn that with sharpening your personality. So yeah, today Monday Talk is all about being fucking honest, man. We all lie about certain things. We all want to show a part of our lives that's brighter than it looks. We all want to be, appearing sexier than we are. We all want to shot angles that are making us look, a certain way. I get it. It's all part of it. But then don't take shots at people, because the things that you don't understand, who you're dealing with and who you have in front of you, the world we live in is already fucked enough for us to try and take shots at each other. And understand one thing. Me talking about this doesn't mean that it affects my life. It's just that I think it's important to address these topics because I'm not the only one in this situation. You go through the same thing as well, in your very own peculiar way, but we all go through the same shit, so there's no difference. Understand again, I am sharing informations that make our lives relatable to one another. I might be at a certain place in my career, whatever, but that doesn't make me superior than you, or vice versa. You understand? Nobody's superior than another. However, some are more advanced than others, and that's okay because it's necessary to have people who are leading, people who are in the front taking shots and preparing the groundwork for those following. This is what I've been doing for all these years. But then there's a certain point you're like, and I don't expect anything in return from people like, you owe me. No, I did my part. Y'all, those who are gonna come after will do theirs. And we still have so many more grounds to cover and to discover and to uncover. You understand? So it's super important to realize that this is it's a fucking marathon, man. I pass the torch to the next one, and we have to understand that we all have a purpose to play, a role to play. These past few days, I've exposed myself to hearing criticism about me, right? From people that are close, people that are a little bit further to me as far as my circle. But I was like, you know what? Let's sit down and let's have a conversation. So what do you think? What do you think I can better? What do you think, I'm not doing right? And hearing shit that will fucking probably even hurt my ego, I'm glad this is touching you. Thank you very much, Ali. I appreciate that. And, this is for those of you responding, that's really also, making me realize that at the end of the day, I am indeed sharing these experiences and these stories with people who obviously, have some sort of share similarity with or similar experiences with the one that I'm talking about. So anyway, I asked those guys, I said, okay, look, what do you think? What do you think I get better? Because I'm looking at myself as a producer, as a DJ, as a label owner, etc. I know the things that I need to to work on and to enhance, right? Oh, by the way, my cigar, just let's be clear, it's my Mondays thing. So usually it's after the lives or through the lives a little bit before, but I always like to smoke a cigar on a Monday because it's the start of the week, and it's my little ritual thing. So, when I heard this criticism, and I was being told that, well, I could do this better, I could do that better, I wasn't doing this, I wasn't doing that. I agreed with a lot of those things because they were valid points, especially coming from people that are not part of my team, and my team is a small team. I don't have like an extensive number of people working with me, and if you notice, I just said working with me, not for me, working with. It's a completely different approach to the business. You understand? Of course, there's a leadership, but it's not a situation where it's a pyramidal, situation where I'm on top and everyone else is on, down low and I'm sitting on them. No, because we lift up one another. From the person that comes and clean my house to the person that helps me get my shows and happens to be a friend and not just a business partner. You know what I mean? To the person that designs my artworks, to the guy that's just trying to get advices in order for him or her to get their shit to the next level. It's about sharing. It doesn't cost me nothing. I can take a moment. Hey, yo, so what's up? What's happening in your life? Oh, yeah, you know what? I feel suicidal, da-da-da-da-da. Yo, what's going on? Why do you feel like that? Because I've also felt suicidal at some point in my life. I was younger. I went through some shit. But I'm sharing how did I come over those negative thoughts. And my approach might not be yours. But at the end of the day, it's like we all have to support and uplift one another. What the fuck do we want to waste time dragging each other down? Today you're in front of me, tomorrow I'm in front of you. What the fuck is the problem? This is life. This is just the cycle of life, and it's okay for things to be going, in favor of one instead of another. But in a way, it's not even about that, and it's not even like that. The truth of the matter is that we all have our time to shine, and at the same time, we shine all the time. Just because we are ego-based animals, we tend to want to shine all the time. We tend to want to be of value all the time. We want to be appreciated all the time, which is normal. I get it. We want to be attractive. We want to be so many things, but at the same time, as I posted in my actual page, I said, are you really ready for the blessings and the things that you ask for in your life? Because that's the other thing. We do want things to happen in our lives, but if we're not mentally and spiritually and if we're not prepared, you're gonna fuck it up. Let me not even go far. Love is something that I can tell you my personal experience with love. I love love. I understand love, but I'm scared of it at the same time. I've had past situations in my life that have led me to sort of like have a different perspective and a different approach towards the concept of love, as in, a man and a woman, or a woman and a woman, a man and a man. It doesn't matter what your sexual tendency is, but as in a couple, as in a relationship, right? If we're taking that first example, we don't all have the same approach to the topic. We don't all have the same take on that matter, and we don't all function the same way given this peculiar topic. You know why? Because our experience of it differs from one person to another, right? And with that being said, at the same time, you can't close yourself to love because it's all over the place. If you really open your eyes to it, if you really understand that, it's okay to be loved and it's okay to love, then you will win, right? Now, there are degrees, there are, these ideas that, you must love everybody. No, you don't have to love everybody. But the truth is that People have hurt my feelings. I can tell you now, I've forgiven all of them. I have done the work. I have psychologically, spiritually done the work of giving the forgiveness that was needed. People that have hurt me beyond words, people that have done shit that I can't even start to explain to you. Because this is the thing. As we evolve together, because I look at this as an exchange, it's not just me alone, it's all of us. Because I look at my music as a spiritual form of healing. I'm not just making sounds. I'm providing, it's like a medicine for me, but also for some of you who are sensitive enough to understanding it. I'm the number one surprised person when it comes to people telling me that my music touched them. Because you know what? I know my music is complex in some ways, right? I've learned to make it more accessible, easier to listen in some ways, but then I'm still doing this very complex stuff, whatever. The bottom line is, I've learned to I've learned to accept my role and my function within this, this path I've chosen, right? And the challenges are great. The moments of doubt are even greater, and thankfully, I have a strong spirit. I'm mentally fit for these fucking challenges. But just like any human beings, you need to sometimes take a moment and like, oh, hold on. What is this all about? These competitions, this ego fight, this whatever, this, what is this all about? Why is this so complicated for people to truly understand that the sun shines? And I say that if you are following my lives on a regular basis, you'll notice that I always say the sun, and I'm not saying anything that's rocket science, the sun shines for everyone. Why the fuck you gotta be scared of somebody because of what they do? Might, and actually it doesn't, but let's say if it was to, put a little bit of shadow on you. You know what? That's probably because they're doing something that you're not doing. And it's okay to inspire yourself. It's okay to also take inspiration from them and try to like beef up what you're doing in the first place. Now about the live, don't worry, this will be posted on my YouTube, so don't worry, it's gonna be available on my YouTube channel in about an hour from now. So honestly, fam, I've said that before. Of course, but the ego is not the problem. It's self-love that is the problem. Because when you tell people you should respect yourself, you should love yourself, they don't even understand the depth of these words. And I'm not being a preacher or a fucking guru, which that makes no fucking sense anyway to me. But it's the truth. One must really understand the value of a word. Some people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand the power of saying something negative and how it can affect your life. Maybe not now, but it will affect it. That's not to say that, because you just said something slightly negative, oh my God, I'm dead tired, that's not exaggeration, of course. But if you don't understand that, for example, you pass through a window, or you're window shopping in the city, right? And you see something that you like. It's a stupid example, but it's a very valuable example. And you say, oh shit, man, I don't have money. And then you start feeling bad about yourself and your situation. What do you think is going to happen? What do you honestly think is going to happen? You think you're attracting anything good by singing like that? No, you're not. So you got to fight yourself. Instead of saying, oh shit, I can't afford this. No, believe it, see it, feel it. See you owning, possessing that thing that you want. And know that it's coming. Know that the opportunity for you to get it is coming. Man, I cannot even begin to. And like, I'm not even trying to bullshit you guys. Like, it's really so fucking honest, man. It's like, yo, I am the physical manifestation of that shit. Even for me to be able to speak to you guys, we don't know each other. I mean, I know some of you, I don't know some, doesn't matter. You know, like, honestly, man, we have so much within us. I am that proof, just like many others before me, and many others hopefully after me, all together with me. If you don't believe in yourself, even in times of like serious crisis and serious doubts, which are normal for you to be, you know, feeling a little low, but ultimately you gotta understand that you are set, you've been brought to this life to do something great with your existence, because your existence being great will impact others. You know, as we evolve, and when time is right, I will unfold a lot more of my personal story, because we all have very interesting, deep stories. We all have very painful stuff that we went through. You know, but I believe firmly in my heart and in my soul that being and acting like a star, in my case, and, you know, hiding things, that's my way of functioning. I'm not saying that anybody has to follow my path. That's just how I want to interact with you guys, because in the end, for me, it's all about sharing experiences, because I'm seeing too many people suffer. You know, if I know, blessings indeed. No in the building, you know. So you see, the whole idea is to understand your purpose. And it's okay if you're being criticized for it. It's okay if people vilify you for it. It's fine, because I'm not looking for approbation anyway. I'm going to share what I'm sharing. And if people don't like positivity, they can go fuck themselves, because honestly, that's the truth. I have no time for your bullshit. If you're not going to be about positivity, don't waste my time. My life is all about positivity. I'm a solution-driven personality. I will acknowledge a problem and I will find a solution for it. And if I don't find a solution for it, I'll put that problem aside, because I won't fucking waste my sleep or waste my well-being because I cannot solve a situation. Certain things are worth just being put on the side a little bit to understand that, yo, relax. You can handle that later. The time for it will come. You understand? It's very important. From the two brothers, yes indeed.